we move on to react to some of the top soccer headlines going on in the soccer world. And we start off with Colombia. Colombia were able to defeat Argentina um, in a World Cup, Colombia World Cup qualifyings. Colombia were able to get the 2-1 win from goals from Yoros Mosquera in the 25th minute. Nicolas Gonzalez was able to open up the second half and equalize, but James Rodriguez penalty in the 60th minute was enough. Now this game was played in 3:30 in the Estadio Metropolitano in Colombia, the Roberto Melendez Metropolitano in Barranquilla, Colombia. In front of 45,000 so Colombian fans. It was completely pitched out yellow, and it was played in 3:30 with the extreme heat in Colombia, and which Lionel Scaloni was critical of the decision entering this game to play this game early. But Colombia, they took that advantage of it and they got the victory over Argentina, and this puts them in a very good position now in CONMEBOL qualifiers. Right now, obviously they're coming off missing that last World Cup, but now they find themselves second place in CONMEBOL with 4 wins and 4 draws. With 4 wins and 4 draws. And that puts them in second place with 16 points. There was also some other results from this window. Brazil lost to Paraguay at in Asuncion, Paraguay. Brazil lost to Paraguay 1-0. Diego Gomez goal in the 30th minute. And it's just I can't believe this. I cannot believe the moment the time we're in when it comes to the Brazilian national team. I'm speechless. 4 this team has 3 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses in CONMEBOL World Cup qualifying. They find themselves in 5th place with 10 points. 10 points. They have 10 points with 8 games played. Yeah, it's horrible. It's really, really horrible. I'm sure we are gonna go more in depth with this game tomorrow. I didn't have enough time to collect myself after the end of this game to discuss this today. I need to do a little bit more game analysis, but shocking loss. Venezuela and Uruguay finished stale at in Venezuela 0-0. Venezuela really the more dominant team in that game. Bolivia got the win over Chile again, and this was at Chile, and this is a good cycle for Bolivia. So far on World Cup qualifiers, getting that 2 victories puts themselves up now to 9 points, and puts them in a not great position, but now they can compete going forward. And now Chile, wow, what a devastating fallout from some of the greatest, from some great Chile teams that we've seen in this past decade or so. This Chile team is far off it. They find themselves now 9th place in CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers with only a win, 2 draws, and 5 losses. But yeah, and then Ecuador, they were able to get a 1-0 win over Peru. So yeah, now obviously, with the standings: Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay, Ecuador, Brazil. Those are the top 5. Venezuela 6, Paraguay 7th, Bolivia 8, Chile 9, Peru 10. 18. We're not quite halfway there yet. We're almost there, halfway through. World Cup qualifiers, and we're getting to the nitty-gritty. In the October window, Bolivia will take on their opening games. Bolivia will be taking on Colombia, Ecuador taking on Paraguay, Venezuela taking on Argentina, Brazil take on Chile, and Peru take on Uruguay. These are some big games for these countries to make that mark so they can reach that 2026 World Cup in the US. And obviously, there's more breathing room in past Conan Bowls with I believe 7 teams. 7 teams getting in now, I believe so. We can let's fact check that actually. So 6 teams automatically go through. The top 6 teams automatically go through, and then the 7th team play in an interconfederation playoff to get there. The playoffs have still yet to be decided which confederations would take on which confederations. That'll be decided later. Those games are always very fun to watch. But yeah, obviously, again, hugely disappointing game for Brazil. I can't put that more into words. Harry Kane was able to get 2 goals as he marked his 100th game for England. He has 100 caps, which is an illustrious spot to find yourself in, and he continues to have a sort of illustrious career for the England men's national team. So great achievement for him. And speaking of that, England did go and defeat Finland 2-0, in which, by the way, if you're wondering why they're taking on Finland and Ireland, England did get relegated to League B of the Nations League. It seems that nobody talks about it because people don't really understand the importance of Nations League. Or no, there is no importance really to Nations League, besides to some of these, lower European nations that need this sort of pathway to qualify for major international tournaments. Because it provides you sort of a backup route there. Greece were able to defeat Ireland as well 2-0 in that same group. Czech Republic were able to get past Ukraine 3-2. Hungary and Bosnia and Herzegovina finished 0-0. That's actually the same group with Germany and the Netherlands. But yes, we conclude the show there. Thank you guys for tuning into the GSMC Soccer Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna